The lives of medieval women were as varied as the roles they played in a complex and hierarchical society. From the highest ranks of queens to the toil of peasants and the courage of women warriors, their contributions were vital, yet often overlooked. Let's explore the diverse experiences of medieval women and the impact they had on their world. In the medieval period, society was dominated by a strict hierarchy, with women's roles largely defined by their social status. At the top of the hierarchy were queens, who held both symbolic and practical power. Queens like Eleanor of Aquitaine were influential political figures, often acting as regents, negotiating treaties, and even leading armies. Eleanor's rule over vast territories in France and her role as the Queen of both France and England made her one of the most powerful women of the Middle Ages. Royal women were also central to the dynastic politics of the time. Through marriage alliances, queens and princesses helped forge political ties between kingdoms. They were expected to produce heirs and secure the succession, a duty that often placed immense pressure on them. Despite these constraints, many queens wielded significant influence over court politics and cultural life. Below the nobility, noble women managed estates and households, especially during times of war when their husbands were away. These women oversaw agricultural production, resolved disputes among tenants, and ensured the smooth functioning of their manors. Some noble women, such as Matilda of Tuscany, even led troops into battle, demonstrating that leadership was not solely the domain of men. For the majority of medieval women, life was centered on labor and survival. Peasant women worked tirelessly in the fields alongside their male counterparts, planting and harvesting crops, tending livestock, and maintaining their homes. Their days were long and arduous, filled with responsibilities that were crucial to the sustenance of medieval communities. While their contributions were vital, they were often undervalued and unrecorded. The church played a significant role in shaping the lives of medieval women. Religious life offered an alternative to marriage and motherhood, allowing women to become nuns or abbesses. Figures like Hildegard of Bingen emerged as spiritual leaders, composers, and scholars, leaving a lasting legacy on theology and the arts. Convents also provided education and opportunities for women to pursue intellectual and artistic endeavors, though they remained confined within the boundaries of religious life. One of the most fascinating aspects of medieval history is the presence of women warriors. Figures like Joan of Arc defied traditional gender roles, leading armies and inspiring their people. Joan's role in the 100 Years' War and her canonization as a saint underscore the extraordinary impact a single woman could have, even in a male-dominated era. Medieval literature and art often reflected societal views of women, portraying them as both virtuous and dangerous. Tales of courtly love celebrated idealized visions of femininity, while religious texts often emphasized women's moral weaknesses. Despite these stereotypes, many women defied convention, leaving behind records of strength, resilience, and leadership. The legacy of medieval women is one of complexity and contradiction. While their roles were often constrained by societal expectations, their contributions were indispensable to the functioning of medieval society. From queens shaping the fate of kingdoms, to peasants sustaining entire communities and warriors defying the odds, medieval women were far more than the passive figures often portrayed in history. By revisiting the lives of these women, we gain a deeper understanding of their struggles, triumphs, and the indelible mark they left on history. Their stories remind us of the resilience of women across time and the many ways they have shaped the world.